I think that public fund has to spend money in things that might offend part of the population, because there is a false idea of democracy. For me, democracy doesn't mean consent, general consent about one thing. It doesn't mean that everybody's in the same, that everybody has the same point of view. It means precisely the opposite, that there are as many different points of view as possible. And I think public funds should be a way in which society, through art, shows how many different points of view we can have in society. And I think that is what makes different a democratic society than one, for example, that is living under totalitarianism. So I think it should be actually a duty of the public fund to support things that doesn't have to be, they could or could not be shared by the rest of the population. The other reason is because a lot of these funds are being discussed, and the reason and the way in which the selection of these funds are being made to support one project or another, a lot of times are being decided by through a political lens. And the problem for me is that normally that word political in this moment of decision is more related to people wanted to keep their seat, their political seat, meaning their political position, than people understanding that what politics is in action, what politics in actions could be. So I think there is a very twisted way in which politics is being seen when people are going to support public funds for specific subjects, especially the ones that are edgy to the rest of the society. And the other thing is because I think that a lot of people, there is this kind of general assumption that when we talk to the general public, we need to really go into this very, very low level of conversation. And I think that sometimes the censorship is made not only in the subject of the work, but sometimes in the way in which the artists decide to deliver the ideas of the work, which might be shared actually with many people, but then the way and the strategy or the mode of production the artists use to create the work is the one that is not being received, let's say in a nice way or understandable way. So I think it is the role of the institution to educate the audience. It's not the role of the artist to do it. Although I think we have the responsibility as artists to educate, it should be the role of the institution not to censor the artist, but to understand if there is a gap between the work and the public, what to do with this gap, like how to work institutionally through this gap and make it smaller.